What is true Tantra, and how is it different from sex? How to meet your soulmate, your divine partner. Encounter with extraterrestrials. How to get in contact with them. How do black magicians control the earth? The main weapon of the dark powers. How to deal with any life difficulties. Awakening hidden abilities and understanding the higher laws of the universe. The method of realizing any desire. Eco-village and the space of love. The ancient pagan wedding ritual and conception at the place of power. What a proper wedding should be like for a happy married life. You will find answers to all these questions in the new cartoon, Mystery, an Untold Story of Love. Here is everything you have been looking for.
I will become younger, but what is the use of it? I don't know how to live and what to do. I was taught only to work like a wild beaver and provide for my family. But that can't be the purpose of life. Then how am I better than an animal?
Yes, you are right, old man. People have no real culture. They don't know why they live. They don't even know what the word culture means. It consists of 3 parts: Kult, you, and Ra. That is to cultivate only those qualities that God has. That is Ra, the main god of Egypt, the sun god, or more simply the cult of light, spiritual light.
Oh, what kind of cult is this?
Everyone has a spark of God, a part of God. More precisely, you are this particle of God in its embryonic state, Atman, spirit. And your task is to create such a gap between you and your mind, feelings, and body. But it is difficult to do this. And the first step on this path is to make the spark ignite a flame of love, grace, compassion, repentance, joy, happiness, and other higher emotions. Culture. Culture should serve to awaken them. In other words, songs, poems, literature, music, theater, temples, worship. Sublime emotions will not come by themselves. They must be cultivated through works of art, religion, spiritual practices, merging with nature. In books and movies, the protagonist is resentful, envious, vengeful, fearful, jealous, greedy, possessive, selfish. This is often justified by the struggle for justice, war with evil, and the like. Naturally, being brought up on such culture, a person, instead of sublime emotions and awakening of the divine I, becomes an embodiment of negative qualities and thoughts. There is, of course, religious literature like biography of saints, ancient fairy tales, and legends. But now, such literature is very little used in the education of children. These tales taught the good, lofty emotions, sacrifice, and self-sacrifice, and it is necessary to search for and nurture these sublime states in ourselves and in children. In our society, there's absolutely no intelligent literature that would show the real work on ourselves. It might even seem wild to a modern person.
Wild? How? Why? After all, it teaches goodness, spirituality.
Yes, but it is incomprehensible to people. Let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, Shakespeare's famous tragedy of Othello. A slanderer whispers to him that his wife, Desdemona, has cheated on him, and Othello decides to kill her without even investigating it. I would write it differently. Othello listens to the slanderer. Jealousy and vindictiveness arise in him, but he decides to work on himself and thinks.
Jealousy makes me feel the pattern instilled in me as a child. I was trained to react that way, but I don't want to be a puppet of the stereotypes of a sick society. I want to get rid of my selfishness and look at the situation from a position of love. If Desdemona cheated on me, maybe I didn't satisfy her as a man, and I need to become a better man to give her what she lacks. Maybe I didn't give her enough gifts, didn't give her enough attention, didn't pamper her, didn't tell her I loved her. I need to fix myself. Tighten up. Get better. Or maybe she is just putting up with me because of the pattern, that it is necessary to keep the family. Then I will talk to her. If it is difficult for her with me, then maybe it is better to divorce. Why should she force herself to play the role of a wife if she doesn't want to? Because I love her, and I want her to be happy. And I'll do anything to make her happy. If that's what she wants, let them get married. I'll even help them with that, organize the wedding. But the main thing is to talk to her kindly, to find out what she wants, what's bothering her.
Yes, and even that's not all. When Othello would have talked to Desdemona, it would have turned out that he was a victim of slander, and they would have laughed together at the slanderer, pitying him, that instead of being happy, he lives in slavery to negative emotions, and is constantly forced to lie to himself and others to achieve foolish goals that will not give him happiness, but only more confusion in life. Then the spouses would go to him and try to explain the truth in a kind way.
Genius.
Yes, you see, my dears, there is no such literature. It would look inadequate. It would not support the pattern of a sick society created to generate negativity, to justify violence and war. After all, these stereotypes were created by the dark demons to feed on the suffering of people, and all works of such culture now belong to them and serve their purposes. Therefore, we need to revive the ancient culture and create a new, modern culture based on the principles of love and perfection. Then the whole society will be able to change, because it is culture. In other words, movies, books, TV, radio, variety shows, that creates a person's worldview, teach him or her to react to life in one way or another, to perceive themselves in the world in a certain way, and practically educate the human soul.
After these words of Prajna, the old man wept inconsolably.
What happened, Ivanich?
I realized that I had lived my whole life for nothing. I had been made a fool. And now I had so little time and energy to change and attain perfection. Instead, they show us lies, teach us negativity and evil, stun us with stupid programs and soap operas that make us sick. How long will we endure the devil's machinations? After all, I could live like millions of people and not even know about the truth.
Yes, you are right, old man. But this is a new time. The fate of the earth depends on us alone, on those who have learned the truth. We need to affirm it within ourselves and convey it to all the people of earth before it is too late, before the end of the world comes. True culture begins with the transformation of the self, but person in his present state can do nothing. But he must try to remember, to remind himself and others. And in this way, by the common effort and help of God, person can change. Prayers are an important means of such reminding and changing. But there are few real prayers, and they must be understood. One must learn to say them with the heart, with the whole being, and not only with the tongue. And today, I will give you the prayer of my Master, which he received from God in silent samadhi, and which he has already translated for us into the clumsy language of the earth. Listen, people, to the message from heaven. God, help me wake and rise with grace, to see myself and know my place, to free my heart from lies and sin, to serve you, Lord, with peace within. Reveal your will and grant me sight, to humbly follow in your light. Teach me forgiveness and let me grow. With a love for all, let kindness flow. Let me dissolve in your embrace, forever filled with boundless grace. May it be so. For your name and good, I accept. I follow as I should.
It seemed to Arthur that a great insight descended upon him in every line, but immediately vanished. He could not hold on to it.
Gradually we will study every word of this prayer, so that you may be in the states it speaks of. This has to be learned every day, every minute, and the love and grace of God will give you strength to learn it. Therefore, concentrate on sublime emotions. Start from them so that you have energy and mood to perform all other actions, prayers. This is how you will achieve the true inner culture that will make you God, men.
In our extreme times, when the fate of the entire planet is at stake, it is crucial for the knowledge of angels and benevolent spirits to spread as quickly as possible, globally, and reach thousands of people. In this way, we can change the future of all humanity. Which is why we are addressing you, dear soul of light. Spread the knowledge about our wise books and films. Share links to videos or cartoons. All of this is available and free. Invite women to individual practices, webinars, and seminars. And the Great Spirit of Light will help you and your family. It will direct an enormous amount of energy to fulfill all your desires. Benevolent spirits and angels will assist you and your loved ones in all matters. A thread of light and love extends from your heart to the hearts of thirsty women, and the creation of good and the dissemination of enlightened knowledge throughout the world begins. Become part of the mission of light. Help people, and God will help you.